The next concept we're going to talk about, we're going to call copy with a twist. Surprisingly, 11% of the top 100 startups are companies that copied an idea and adapted it to a local market with a twist. This is different from the concept of copying and pasting. Copy and paste is a long shot. The key to the success of taking an idea from another market and planting it into yours is to understand the dynamics underlying the product and the success your company is looking at. A really clear example can be found in the company in China called Alibaba. Let's look at how its founders approached its business versus companies in other countries that have tried to do similar things. Alibaba, in many ways, is a new version of eBay or Amazon in China. The founders looked at the opportunity in the US marketplace and realized this would be something very powerful in China. There are other people who've looked at companies like Amazon and they've duplicated it in places like India. Flipkart is an example. The founders recognized that Amazon was a good business model, and they duplicated it. This is what we term cut and paste model. Many businesses hope that a big giant like Amazon will come into the country and they'll think, we can buy them instead of building it from scratch ourselves. But what happens if they don't? The issue is that if and when a real company like Amazon comes into the marketplace and decides not to buy, they can often overpower the copied business. You now have a giant competitor with dozens of financial, logisticals, and brand advantages. What makes Alibaba so unique and different was that they transplanted a great idea but didn't duplicate it. Alibaba went in and looked at the problems that were being solved by eBay and Amazon in the US. They then went and looked at the underlying problems in China that relate to the same general concepts. But the difference is, they were very careful to understand how the Chinese culture and process and mechanisms were different. The founder, Jack Ma, built a company that had literally hundreds of small differences and capabilities that were very focused for anyone who has seen the mechanisms of the Chinese culture. Now Alibaba is so far ahead, they'll never be touched by the big boys, even if they try to bring in an American company and product. This is how to copy an idea, adapt it, and fit it to the problems, the culture, and the expectations, and the localized marketplace to win. There are hundreds of opportunities to take business plans, programs, and most importantly, problems that exist in developed markets that have been tested and you know work, and map them to your market. And if there is a similar problem, implement an effective program to win. A clear example and opportunity would be in Africa, where mobile phone usage, particularly smartphone usage, is really increasing. And the data capacity through those phones allows people to access a whole series of products in the mobile banking field. Crowdsourced loans, financial transactions by phone, and other things. These are great businesses and will shift the very nature of society and make very significant returns for investors and those companies and entrepreneurs who start them. So long as the founders look at, listen to, adapt the technology and services to the local market, expectations, financial models, culture, and user capabilities.